Yo, so in today's video, I have you the top 10 loadouts after the most recent update in Warzone/Rebirth. If you're new around here and you want to stay up to date with all of the best loadouts to use, all of the latest tips and tricks, make sure to hit that sub button. I would really appreciate it. We're almost getting to 80,000 subscribers, and whenever I do hit 80k, we're going to be doing a 5,000 COD point giveaway. To enter, subscribe and comment below saying you want to enter. So without further ado, let's get straight into the loadouts. I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. So the first weapon on this video is going to be the Type 100. This is honestly such an underrated SMG right now. It's very good, a top time to kill SMG, and it feels amazing. Alright, so the first attachment on this weapon is going to be the recoil booster, which is going to increase the fire rate. You pretty much want to use this on every single Vanguard SMG. You then want to stick on the 374mm barrel. This is going to increase the recoil control and accuracy, just making this weapon nice and accurate. And it's also going to increase the flinch resistance, which is nice, and also reduce scope, sway, gun bob, etc. And also an increase in bullet velocity. It is going to reduce the mobility by a little bit, but we're going to be getting that back with some later attachments. The next attachment is the Mark VI skeletal underbarrel. This is simply just going to increase the ADS speed. And then we're going to be using the 48 round drum, which is going to increase the damage, bullet penetration, and bullet damage, which is a very good attachment on this SMG. And you want to partner this with the hollow point ammunition type, which is going to increase the limb damage. The fabric rear grip is the next attachment, which is going to be increasing the mobility, getting back some of the mobility that we have lost from the previous attachments, increasing the ADS speed, sprint to fire speed, and also the hip fire accuracy as well. I personally like to use the slate reflector, but many people like to use different sights. It just depends on what your preference is. So you can use any sight of your choice, or you could even use an iron sight. It's up to you. We're then going to be using the T100 stock. This is going to increase the accuracy and also the ADS time. However, if you want to, you could use the folding stock if you want to get more mobility. So it's up to you. You can either have more mobility with this attachment or more accuracy with this attachment. We're then going to be using acrobatic and quick for the last two perks, increasing the mobility. And this right here is the full loadout. Let's get on to the next one. Okay, so the next loadout in this video is going to be the Owen Gun, which is definitely one of the best SMGs you can be using right now. It has a crazy time to kill, and it's got great mobility as well. So just like the Type 100, you're going to want to use the recoil booster, increasing the fire rate. You then want to use the shrouded barrel, which is a very good attachment because this actually makes the damage fall off less. So even if you're shooting someone from quite a far distance, you're still going to be doing quite a lot of damage. It also increases the bullet velocity and the overall limb damage, which is very nice. Next up, we have the skeletal underbarrel, just like the Type 100, increasing the ADS speed. Renko 72 drum, which is going to increase the fire rate and also the accuracy. You want to partner this with a hollow point attachment, which is going to increase the limb damage. Then, just like the Type 100, you can use any sight of your choice, but I personally like to use the slate reflector. A lot of other people like to use the 2.5 times custom optic because it gets rid of the magazine in your face. So just play around with the sights and see which one you prefer, but this one is my favorite. Then we have fabric rear grip, increasing the mobility, acrobatic and quick, increasing the mobility, and remove stock, also increasing the mobility. So this class is a nice, accurate, very quick mobility class, and it kills very quickly too. This right here is the full loadout. Let's get on to the next one. So the next weapon is a classic. I've been using this a lot lately, and I feel like it's just a really nice overall reliable SMG. So this is the Modern Warfare Mp5, and you want to build this as a hipfire class. So the attachments you want to use are the subsonic integral suppressor barrel. This is going to increase the ADS time, and it's also going to make it so you have no visible tracers, which basically means whenever you shoot, the enemies won't be able to see your shot. So whenever you shoot a gun, you can actually see a trace of the bullet, but if you have this attachment on, the enemies can't see that, so they're not going to know where you're shooting from, which is really nice. And it also makes it so there's no enemy skull, so if you ever kill an enemy, there's not going to be any enemy skull where you killed that enemy, so that their teammates aren't going to know where you are. 5mm laser for the increased hip fire accuracy and sprint to fire speed. Merc foregrip is also going to increase the recoil control and hip fire accuracy. 45 round mag is definitely the mag you want. Some people use this one, but I would definitely not recommend using this one. It only has 30 bullets, reduced fire rate. It has a little bit more damage, but there's not really any point. Just use the 45 one. it's much better. Then we have the collapsible stock, which is going to increase the movement speed and the ADS time. This is the whole class screenshot if you need. And let's get on to the next one. So next up is the Vargo 52. We all know this is a very good assault rifle. It might be a little bit difficult for some of you to unlock, so if it is, there is a video on my channel that is a video on how to unlock this in Warzone only, but it is a very good assault rifle right now. So you want to use the Grau suppressor, which is going to increase the vertical recoil control and the effective damage range, etc. The task force barrel also increasing the recoil control and also the damage range, bullet velocity, just making this a very good long range weapon. The Spetness grip also increasing the recoil control, making this super accurate. Then we have the 60 round mag, or if you want to, you could use the 45 round mag. The 60 round mag is going to have a slower ADS but more ammo, and the 45 round mag is going to have a faster ADS but a little bit less ammo. Then we have the Axle 3x scope, which is the best scope to use on all of the Cold War assault rifles if you're building a long range class. This right here is the full class. Let's get into the next one. One of the best weapons you can use in the game, and the accuracy is just insane on this class. So let's get into the attachments. So we have the monolithic suppressor, just like every single Modern Warfare weapon, increasing the damage range and the sound suppression. Then have the Archangel barrel, increasing the damage range, bullet velocity and recoil control, and it also gives you a very clean iron sight. Then we have the tac laser, increasing the ADS time, so aiming stability, aim walking steadiness. The commando foregrip, increasing the recoil stabilization, basically just making this weapon more accurate. And then we have the 60 round mag, increasing the ammo capacity, obviously. Make sure to stick the 61 on. Some people use this one because they think it's a little bit better because you'll have faster ADS, but honestly, there's not really much of a difference, so just stick the 60 round mag on instead. Next up, we have one of my favorite assault rifles right now, the Cooper carbine. This is a Vanguard weapon, and you are going to need this to pretty much be maximum level in order to make it a good class. So we have the MX silencer, which is going to increase the vertical and horizontal recoil control, and it will also suppress the weapon. We're then going to be using the Cooper custom barrel, which is going to make this weapon super accurate, and it's also going to increase the fire rate as well. Next up, we're going to be using the hand stop, which is going to reduce the recoil as much as possible. It is a last unlock, so in the meantime, whilst you're waiting to unlock it, I would recommend just using the Carver foregrip instead, because this also increases the recoil control, and then once you finally unlock the hand stop, use that attachment instead. We're then going to be using the 60 round drums, which is going to be increasing the fire rate, the ADS speed, and also the recoil control and accuracy, making this weapon a literal laser beam. This is an incredibly accurate class. Lengthened as the ammo type, increasing the bullet velocity. You want to have this on pretty much every single Vanguard weapon that you want to build for long range. We're then going to be using stippled grip, increasing the recoil recovery and initial firing recoil, making this weapon very accurate. The 2.5 times optic, which is going to increase the accuracy, recoil control, and it's just a super clean sight to use. You then want to use the 45 RS stock, increasing the recoil control and the ADS speed. It's a very good attachment. It makes this weapon a laser beam. Then we have tight grip, increasing the recoil control and fully loaded for the maximum starting ammo. And that is the full loadout. Honestly, this thing is an absolute beamer. I love it. Next up, if you've been watching my Twitch, I use this weapon all the time. This is the XM4. You want to build it as a long range weapon, and it feels amazing. So for the attachments, we have the agency suppressor, increasing the recoil control, etc. and the range. Then we have the task force barrel, increasing the horizontal recoil control and the range once again. Then we have the Axle 3x scope, which is the best scope. The 60 round mag, increasing the ammo capacity, and then the field agent grip, which increases the recoil even more. So it's a very accurate class. It does have a little bit of kick to it, so you might have to get used to it, but it is a very nice class, and it kills very quickly too. Next up, the best sniper in the game, the Kar 98K. This will always be the best sniper. It is such a nice sniper to use. You probably already know the class, but I'm going to show you anyway. We have the monolithic suppressor, increasing the damage range and the sound suppression. Then we have the 27-inch barrel, the tac laser, increasing the ADS speed, the sniper scope, and then we have the precision comb stock for aiming stability, which is going to make this a little bit more accurate. Or if you want faster ADS, you can use the sport comb instead. Next up, we have the AK-47 from Cold War, one of the best assault rifles in the game right now. It's a laser beam, and it has incredibly high damage, so it only takes about 5 or 6 shots and your enemy is dead. We want to be using the Grau suppressor for the recoil control and bullet velocity again. The RPK barrel, once again, does the same thing. Spetness grip does the same thing as all the other ones. 45 round mag and the axle 3 times. Make sure you are using the 45 round magazine whenever you're using this gun. I see a lot of people, I pick it up off the ground and they have the 60 round on. That is the biggest mistake you can make because it reduces the ADS time by an absolute ton. So instead of using the 60, if you're using the 60 on it, use the 45 round mag. It's going to be a lot better. The ADS is going to be a lot quicker and you're going to be able to win a lot more gunfights, trust me. The final weapon in this video is going to be the automaton, the automaton, whatever you want to call it. Every single time I mention this gun, I always say the name wrong, so yeah, I don't even know how to pronounce it, but this gun is very, very good right now. It's one of the most accurate assault rifles in the game. We have the MX silencer, increasing the vertical recoil control and the horizontal recoil control. You then have the sniper barrel, increasing the accuracy and the bullet range and velocity. Then we have the hand stop, increasing the recoil control even more. The 75 round magazine partnered with the lengthened ammo type, increasing the bullet velocity. Then we have the 2.5 times optic, or you can use pretty much any other sight. A lot of people use this sight, which is very, very clean, or some people even use this sight as well, which is super clean too. You can mess around with them and see what you like. The fabric grip is going to increase the ADS time, sprint to fire speed, hip fire accuracy, or if you want it to be even more accurate, you can use the polymer grip instead. We're then going to be using the broadwood stock. This is going to increase the initial firing recoil, the ADS speed, and the recoil recovery, making this very, very accurate. Tight grip as the perk, which is going to increase the accuracy again, and then a fully loaded, and that right there is the full loadout, and that right there is the 10 classes. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.